patterns that you once knew. And
All
that's
right.
Jim
Welcome
Rohn's
to
favorite word,
2026.
until you do it long enough.
A little success
Here's what I
mindset.
know. It's
We're in
time
a
for you to dream.
battle for our brain. All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. Let's get this over here. And let's get this. Where'd it go? There it is. All right. Hey, listen, we're going to have a conversation about peak performance and getting your brain back under your control ASAP as soon as you wake up. So this is something you can do tomorrow, because you've already woken up. You can start it today. My name's Sean Murphy, for those of you on YouTube. I've been doing what I'm doing for the past 4 decades. A 6-time international best-selling author. Stood on stages in over 30 plus countries, been translated into over 40 different languages. I'm a certified trainer in neuroencoding, in brain retraining, in mental toughness, in the NESS program. What else? Self-talk, brain talk. All of this to say, I kind of help people break through their breakdowns when they get stuck in doing what they keep doing every day. So today we're going to have a conversation about what it really means to get yourself loaded, to get yourself fired up, to get yourself clearly in a place where you can make peak decisions from the moment you awaken and to as you step into this consciousness. So this is important to understand. This isn't about making decisions. When you wake up in the morning, you are pre-installing neural patterns. Listen carefully. You are pre-installing neural patterns. And the terrifying part is they're not even your patterns. They're not even the things you want. Why? Because most 99% of the people I have conversations with struggle. And nobody would install struggling patterns. These are echoes of family wounds, their cultural programs, their past failures, their dopamine loops. You call it some bad habits. Neuroscience calls it entrenched prediction engine. You have this idea that as soon as you awaken, the first thing you're going to do is seek out, how fast can I remember who I am? I call it your unclaimed signal. And you're paying for it. You're paying for it dearly. You're paying for it with your time. What do you mean by that? Well, if you've ever set a goal to reach a particular level of, you name it, weight loss, income, relationship, societal connection, if you've ever set a goal and it's been delayed, it's been procrastinated, you're paying for it. You're paying for it with this entrenched prediction engine called your pattern. So this is an idea that I want to bring to light, that I was taught decades ago. And if you are serious about wanting to make a difference, it begins the moment you are awakening from your sleep, whether you're sitting in a chair, on the couch, in your bed. This is a decision you have to begin to make consciously, right? Because you're paying for this pre-installed signal, this remembering of a signal that it was never really yours, right? You're paying for it in money, in time, and emotional leakage. The way you feel in the morning. Ugh, I need my cup of coffee. That's not the best answer for your success. So why does your brain default to failure? Listen, this isn't about you. Well, I'm okay. I mean, it's not fail. No, it's failure. If you continue to struggle, if you continue to put off, if you continue to lack success, this is where it's happening. From the moment you awaken, your brain is a pattern recognition machine. Not a goal-seeking missile. It's a pattern recognizing machine. It predicts your next action, a phenomenon known as nexting, you've heard me talk about. It predicts your next action based on your past, not your potential. See, when you let yourself hear this message and don't disregard it, don't put it off, you're going to go, oh, okay, so that's where that happens. It predicts your next action based on your past, not on your potential. This is the predictive coding model, and this is from Princeton from 2010, right? So here's the science behind it. It's not just me pulling stuff out of the air, wanting to be this emotionally charged message. This is about science. You hallucinate your life based upon your memory. So that's number one, pattern recognition machine. Number two, neuroplasticity, means you're reprogramming daily. You're reprogramming every day your brain, because it's a new day. Today's the 2026. It's January 2nd, you've never been here before. So your brain is literally operating through neuroplasticity, the ability to expand it. The challenge is you're reinforcing garbage. Not because I call it garbage, you would call it garbage. Why you're stuck, why you don't hydrate, why you don't exercise, why you don't follow up on your business leads, why you don't fill in the blank. It's garbage. All of the reasons you are not reaching your potential is garbage. You know it. I kind of know it. The reality is you're programming it. Every repetition strengthens the default identity loop that you're currently running. Hebb's law, H-E-B-B-S. I'm not Hebb's. Hebb's law, H-E-B-B-S. Neurons that fire together, you've heard this 1,000 times, wire together. So why are you firing fear with planning? How many of you are waking up today with oh my gosh, here it is, January 1st. I didn't reach my goals of 25. Now I'm going to reach my goals of 26. And I've already tanked a couple of my peak goals because I didn't do them yesterday. So understanding that neuroplasticity is where you get to rewire and reprogram every single day. The challenge is that unless you wake up deciding you're going to change the way you look at things and deciding that you're going to do things in a certain way, from the moment you wake up, you're reprogramming the garbage that you had from yesterday, yesterweek, yestermonth, yesteryear, yesterdecade. So that's number two. Number three, cortisol hijack. Repetition of old emotional logic. If your day begins with low-level stress, low-level survival stress, if you say that in the morning, if you go to wake up, if you hesitate, if you hit the pause button, if you hit the what do they call, snooze button, your prefrontal cortex, your decision-making, your executive decision-making is offline. You're running from a reactive, not strategic brain state. You can set all your goals you want at noon, at 8 o'clock, at 10 o'clock at night. You can do all of the, what I do well, could I have done better? It doesn't have the same performance if you woke up that day, and you woke up in a limiting capacity, right? So this is about, you can build yourself up today. You can begin to rewire. You can begin to reprogram. You can begin to write down what it is you want to feel like. I can tell you that research and science show you've already set the tone for your day. Now you can overpower it. You can overcome it. It's just going to take a little bit more effort. And you can do this every day. If you decide not to wake up and take control of these certain things that I'm sharing with you, you are going to struggle every day, day in, day out, because you're reprogramming the pattern, AKA garbage, from yester everything. So one, your brain is a pattern recognition machine, not a goal-seeking missile. You have to tell it, you have to wire it, you have to, from the moment you become aware, break patterns, stay in control, get into peak state. Number 2, neuroplasticity means you're reprogramming daily, right? 3, cortisol hijack, repetition of old emotional logic. And number 4, 88% of your behavior is subconscious. This is from Lipton, right? Probably Bruce Lipton in 2005. You can only willpower yourself to change 12% of your operating system. Think about that. Your willpower, this thing that we talk about, when we write down a goal, I'm gonna do this. 12%. You have a 12% success rate. That's like trying to run your business through a keyhole. Right? So this is why your brain defaults to failure, defaults to lack, defaults to staying stuck, defaults to fill in the blank. Here's the biology of stuckness, right? Here's the biology. We just talked about the brain. Now the biology. You've been rewarding and you've been rewarded for the wrong patterns. What? You have rewarded yourself for the wrong patterns. High performers often succeed from compensatory trauma patterns. Drive rooted in shame, not clarity. The reason that most people succeed is because they are not going to feel that way again. They are not going to drive them. So they're not going to wind up in the same spot. You've done it as well. The end of the month, when you've needed to have more people in your business or you needed to come up with some income, you overcame this shame of not succeeding. You call it achieving a goal of getting by, getting through the month, but it was rooted more out of shame, driven by shame, than it was through clarity. You've got your goals. Why didn't you succeed in them? Why do you have to be driven to the wall? Why do you have to be driven to the edge? This is the biology of stuckness, right? Next one is the DMN. You've heard me talk about that a lot. The default mode network. It's the source of your self-talk and your self-sabotage, right? It's where your identity rests in your default mode network. If it's wired for struggle, if it's wired for lack, if it's wired for failure, your rest is self-punishment. You are the one who beats yourself up, right? There's a phenomenon, the biology of stuckness is chronic incongruence, right? Acting against your true identity causes limbic, right? That part of the brain where there's no words, limbic friction. Internal conflict, burnout, shame, retreat. That's what happens, right? Oh, I need to do this. I won't do this. I got to scroll. Don't want to scroll. I want to do this. I want to get healthy. I want to build my business. I want to do all these things. Most people get burnt out on their goals, not because they ever achieve them, because of the conflict that happens inside their own brain, inside their own conversation. This is what's known as neurological friction. And we all struggle from it, right? Most people, an example would be, some people say, man, I don't know how you get up there and speak without being afraid. The difference between a non-professional speaker and somebody who speaks in public, we all get butterflies. Professional speakers have just learned how to get the butterflies to fly in formation, right? Which what you practice over time. What you practice in private, Tony Robbins says, you will be rewarded for in public. Most people's forward-facing public face is one of scaredness, anxiety, frustration, aggravation, and they put on a good face. And yet, their authenticity doesn't show up. The authentic self they think they're sitting in is not the one that's being heard, seen, read, felt by the other person. So again, this is the biology. This is the biology of stuckness. Old stories, next one is old stories hijack new opportunities. The RAS, you've heard this 1,000 times, the reticular activating system filters opportunities based upon belief. Where's my chart? Where's my high-end chart? Based upon belief, not reality. How much potential do you have today? What's potential is offered to you today? What potential of opportunity do you have available for you and your business, you and your success, you and your goal? How much potential is there for you to move into? It's 100%. Completely open, right? What's the actions you're going to take? What's the results you've gotten? See, we're basing this potential based upon our past results because we don't believe we have 100% opportunity today. This is where programming, this is where understanding how to hold yourself, be held accountable, right? If you don't believe you're safe to win, your brain won't ever see the open door. This is why Joseph Campbell talks about it in The Hero's Journey, answering the call. You get to the door of your hero's journey, you answer the call. Number 2, you think the hero's journey, the 13 steps, 16 steps, depending upon who's you listen to, whose definitions of Campbell's hero's journey you partake in. The 12, the second one, number 1 is answering the call. You have answered your call. It's January 2nd. You are working on your goals. You are taking control. You are moving forward. You know what number 2 is? Refusal of the call. And this is in mythology over centuries of research, centuries of writing, centuries of storytelling. Campbell found that no matter what culture, no matter what conversation, number 1, hero's journey, answer your call. You write down everything for January 1st. I'm going to be this in 12 months. Your DMP. Second step on the hero's journey, refusal of the call. Because if you don't believe you're safe to win, if you haven't programmed your mind through self-talk, through neuroencoding, through gymnastics, whatever it is that you can do to program your brain, right? Physiology, focus, language, and meaning. If you're not working from the very moment you wake up, you have reprogrammed, you have installed your limiting beliefs, you have installed your failure to launch, right? The high cost of not recoding, right? Here's section 3, the high cost of not recoding. Every unhealed pattern is compound interest in the wrong decision. You're not just losing time, you are reinforcing distortion. What you call resistance is often a dysregulated nervous system looping. Without some somatic tools, right? EFT, tapping, breath training, audio entrainment, you're fighting your personal biology with vision boards. Vision boards are amazing, phenomenal. They're absolutely incredible. Why do 95% of people who make out vision boards never achieve one thing on their vision board? Because they're not dealing with the dysregulated nervous system that's continuing to run the loop, to run the program, to say the same thing, to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. Most mindset trainings reinforces the conscious subconscious gap. You're aware of it. You write down the goals. You write down, you put out 3x5 cards. You do your daily thing and you write it out. And then the subconscious kicks in immediately after reading your goal card, and there's no fix to the subconscious side. Affirmations don't work if your nervous system calls you a liar. Oh, snap. Affirmations do not work if your nervous system is calling you a liar. These are things that need to be addressed. This is why the second you wake up, if you take control, as soon as you become consciously aware, you're in the bed, it's cool in the room, it's not cool in the room, you're hot, you slept on your arm. Anytime you come to a level of conscious awareness, you need to begin to start to implement, to bring conscious awareness to your goals, your dreams. The faster you can activate your prefrontal cortex, the more in control your day you will have a chance to be in your day. Right? You will never outgrow the need to retrain your signal, because environment will be constantly, your environment will continuously be repatterning. Right? The brain looks for two things. Will it kill me, or how fast can I recognize the pattern? It will make today look like yesterday. Today has never existed. Today has never, ever, ever, never, ever existed. And yet, if you check your body right now, you are probably in the same frequency, the same signal as yesterday. How is that possible? How is that possible? Does it even make sense why you are in a place you've never been before, in a time that's never existed before? And yet somehow, some way, you've allowed yourself to step into it with a level of calmness that is unimaginable, with a level of ingratefulness, like you're in dignity, like you're supposed to have been here. What is the miracle of you being here right now? This has never existed before. You get to experience a moment in history that has never ever existed. And yet the majority of people will wake up and complain that it's, I don't know what day it is, Monday, Tuesday, Friday. It's Friday. They will complain that, oh, it's Friday, I got to go to work, why didn't I take off? This is January 2nd. It's never existed. 2026. So, why you might want to make some adjustments. What are you looking for to make 2026 the reason for your success? You probably don't need another course. What you want to look for when you go to find that thing, that person, that program, you want to go find a co-architect of your operating system, not theirs. Somebody who understands how to make your operating system perform at its best. Oh, it's capable. It's done it. How do we know? Because you have history of doing things you couldn't have done before. You don't need to learn hustle, and you don't need to follow scripts. Here's what I would encourage you. I would encourage you to stop playing in the shallow end of positive thinking. Oh, I said my goals this morning. You're playing in the shallow end of positive thinking. Your goals are absolutely critical. They're paramount to your success. The challenge is that the certain way you're doing them is like playing in the kids' pool of success. What do? I decode the signal that's actually running your life. We rewire it using tools grounded in neurobiology, energetic coherence, and mental sovereignty. When you find those moments in time where your mind and your heart and your nervous systems are in alignment, you have this mental sovereignty, this mental ability to do just about anything. that is a fleeting moment in most people's lives, right? Understand that if you are not in a state of mental sovereignty from this morning, from the moment you wake up, if you have given up control over your mental kingdom of creativity and possibility, there's a good chance, more than likely, today will wind up being some kind of struggle with intermittent highs, intermittent joys that will be dwarfed and overpowered by past programming. There's a version of you that can't unsee your mission once it's been activated. The reason that most people have not been able to find that drive is because of old programming. This isn't just about success. It's about having your internal congruence. It's about your nervous system capacity. Most people struggle with the fear, right? False evidence appearing real, fear. Most people deal with fear, and it's just part of their nervous system. I don't know. I've heard research say 80, 90% of the things we feared was going to happen never happened. So now it comes down to your signal transmission. If you've ever tuned your radio to a frequency, 101.5 as an example, the frequency is 101.5. The signal are all of the different songs, the genre that frequency plays. Most of us have never set our frequency, yet we have a signal that goes out every day. It scrolls, it puts out memes, it goes and does content, it talks to people, and it's this signal that's all over the place because you've not tuned to your frequency. You've not tuned to your definite major purpose. You've not tuned to the driving force that is going to move you beyond explanation. The world doesn't respond to your goals. It responds to your frequency, to your energy. So, listen, you already know the feeling of trying to grow with a broken code. You already know that. Let's fix the code. Let's install the operator you were always meant to become. So that's the conversation this morning. Questions, comments, thoughts? We got a couple of moments before we wrap it up. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 2026. Hey, AJ, good morning.
Good morning, Chief. How's it going?
Outstanding, sir.
I'm seeing you on the other side, huh? We made it. We made it past, buddy.
That's it.
All right. You started off. I mean, you said it. You put it out there. It's going to be interesting year. Just quickly, 3 things. Number 1, I wish you and your family the very bestest of the best. The betterer until the next betterer. Secondly, can you please talk to Ria?
Yes, I got them.
And thirdly, can you please talk to Michelle setting up the new page
Okay, cool.
for partials and so on?
Yep, sure. Got it.
That's it.
Love it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, Silka.
Good morning, Sean. Happy New Year. How
Happy New
are
Year.
you?
Outstanding.
Oh, well, when are you not outstanding? I think you need to 10x this outstandingness in 2026.
Done.
All right, I love it. And your donkey is very, very, very cute. I'll have to come back just for your donkey.
I
What
love it. She's a piece of work.
Tell me, what inspired you to get the donkey?
It was a gift.
Ah,
It was a gift from friends.
well, that's very nice.
Yeah.
She's very cute, and I'm sure she fits in very well.
She is, yeah, day 2. You step out on the porch and she can hear you talking, and she bays like you see on the online videos where people go out and they call their donkey and they go.
Oh, that's so cute.
Today's day 3 of her, right? Day 3.
Day 3. All right. Very exciting. So I'm starting off very well with my business. I need 3 more people to rank up. Any suggestions?
Don't need them. Think of the value you bring to them. Think of how excited they are to find you. Change the way you look at things. You don't need 3 people. Think of 3 people. Think of 3 people who find you and are telling the story. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I ran into Silka. This is a mirror. This is like, you won't believe what happened. I've been looking for this. Change the frequency.
Oh, I love that.
Yep.
I'm so glad I shared this with you. All right. Well, that changes a lot of things. Thank you. Thank you.
Because
Thank
if you
you.
find
Thank you.
somebody who's really looking and you show up with neediness, there's a disconnect. And they're like, I feel like they're just a needy person. And you don't intend it to be that. These are the power of words. These are the power of signals.
Yes, I totally agree with that. That's
Yep.
why I keep coming back
Cool.
for a
Love it.
second year.
Love
Yes, so thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. And of course, please also give my love of Happy New Year to Michelle and Mason.
Done.
All right. Thank you.
Love it, love it, love it. Anyone else? Last thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways? Happy New Year, Christina. Thanks for being part of my world too. So, yeah, cool things coming. All right. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Any last thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways? I would encourage you, however you woke up this morning, you have a choice right now in this moment, watching this recording, being here live. You have a choice right now to change the way you look at things, and you have a chance to do things different. I'd write down, what word do you want to feel? What's today? What's the word you want to feel today? Excitement, joy, enthusiasm. Activate your reticular activating system to find the frequency, to find the energy of the person you want to become, the person that's inside of you. Because soon as you write down that word, you begin what I call personal undevelopment, the chipping away of what is not you, the reactivation of your core signal. Make that decision. And if your body, it's your nervous system that's refusing to write down the feeling, the word you want to be for the day. And the reason is because if you write that down, you will literally see it. The electrons that your eyes will see, and that picking up off the code that you write down, the word that you write down, literally changes your biology. And if your system refuses to write down the code, the word for the day, Jim Rohn would say that's a clue. That's why we get stuck, is that our body controls us more than our heart or our desire or our want controls us. So I'll leave you with that. I'm your brain training misfit, and I'll see you all where?
At the next event.
At the next event. Somebody give me some Costa Rica.
Pura
Pura
vida.
vida.
Pura vida. We
vida.
love you, Mark. And some Lydias. Peace.
Peace
be
Be
with
with us all.
And the queen of helping you have more of what you want and getting your brain to maximum effort, Jessie Lee Ward.
Boss
Boss
Lee.
Boss Lee, we love you, girl. And a little white fluffy. Gurgly.
Gurgly,
Gurgly,
gurgly.
gurgly.
All right, everybody, go have some fun. We will see you all on Monday morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Let's go have some fun. Work on your Saturday and Sunday wake-ups, and I promise you, next week will be one beyond your wildest dreams. See you then. Bye for now.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.